Okay, here you've got the Kestrel 8 megapixel IP turret camera. This is the motorized zoom model. This is the outdoor footage. First, I'm going to play the wide angle version. Obviously, I will be digitally zooming in at the different banners just so you can have a look and see what the quality is like when you digitally zoom in. After I've done that, I will then have at the end of the video the zoomed in view, the optical zoomed in view, where I've adjusted the lens so it's zoomed in again so you can see license plates or try and see license plates at further distance. Okay, so first of all, let's just have a quick digital zoom of this. This is basically at the 30 meter. If we zoom all the way in, that's not a readable plate. Can't really make that out at 30 meters. Okay, so now let's play the video down to the 20 meter. And I'm just going to pause this and quickly zoom in at 20 meters. I can read that. Obviously, I do know what the plate is. I'll leave it up to you to decide if you can read that. The actual plate is RA65LTK. If that's what you see, then you can read the plate at 20 meters. This is obviously with the zoomed out view. Okay, now we'll just play the rest of this. At 10 meters, we can clearly see the plate, even though it's a terrible angle. That's not how you would set up a camera for reading plates. It's perfectly viewable. Okay, so now same camera. I've moved down to the 30 meter banner myself. Let's have a quick zoom in just so you can see. So this is digital zoom, obviously not optical zoom. So as you can see, no way to read a plate, facial recognition, pointless at 30 meters. Basically just make out that there is a person there. Okay, now we'll go ahead and play down to 20 meters. At 20 meters again, let's have a little look at the digital zoom. Okay, just about maybe read plates. Again, can't really make out any detail on the face. Probably wearing a cap didn't help. But no, there's no real quality in the face at 20 meters. And there really wouldn't be, obviously. Like if you look at how much of the screen a person takes up, it's less than 1%. So not really possible. Okay, I'll just play the rest of this video at 10 meters and then at the doorway, which is 5 meters exactly from the camera. We'll just pause it there just so we can have a quick zoom in. See, at 10 meters, you do start to get some kind of definition in a face. Obviously not facial recognition, but you get to see somewhat of features. Again, it's not bad considering how small that face is on the screen. Let's just finish this part off with the zoomed out view. to the door at 5 meters. One last digital zoom, 5 meters. Yeah, you can see obviously it's a much better face, much better vision available, as it would be obviously at 5 meters. Yep, you can clearly see face. You can make out the JMC logo is on the t-shirt, and you can see obviously the eye test on the door. So yep, good definition at 5 meters. Okay, so now this is the same camera. I've adjusted the lens on the camera. I've optically zoomed in. I've had to physically change the camera as well, because obviously before it was pointed further up and you wouldn't be able to see a plate. So now I've adjusted the camera so you can see at 30 meters with the zoomed in, the optical zoom in. If I digitally zoom in on this image, so this is 30 meters, the same camera, the Kestrel 8, and yeah, you can clearly make out a license plate. I don't think I've even zoomed all the way in, so let's just get all the way in. So that's the maximum digital zoom with the optical zoom as well, all the way in. Yep, you can read that plate, RA65 LTK at 30 meters. Obviously very impressive for an 8 megapixel camera. Impossible really with a wide angle lens camera. But this is obviously zoomed in. I believe it's 3.6 to 11 mil. So this is an 11 millimeter lens at 8 megapixel resolution. So you clearly be able to see it on all of the cameras, on all of the banners. So in that case, I'm just going to play this video. Again, license plate easily readable at 20 meter distance with the optical zoom lens zoomed in. And again, at 10 meters, easy to read a plate even at this bad angle. Okay, so this is the Kestrel 8 TURM. I've moved over to the 30 meter banner. This is with the optical zoom at its most zoomed in. Yes, we've already figured out you can read a plate at 30 meters. To be honest, facial recognition, even at 30 meters, with this camera wouldn't really be possible. No, can't really make out anything there. So 30 meters, no facial real definition available. Let's see about 20 meters. There, I'm at the 20 meter banner. Obviously, plates readable fine. Definitely better definition at 20 meters. You can make out some features. Clearly not facial recognition, but you can make out some features for sure. Let's see if we get closer to 10 meters. At this point, I realise the 10 meter banner is slightly off the screen, so I do need to actually zoom out a little bit, which happens in a few seconds. At this point, we're almost zoomed out. Obviously, yep, easily see a plate and quite a bit of definition in the face. Make out nose, mouth, eyes. Yeah, getting better. Next will be the 5 meter at the door. Okay, so let's just get digitally zoomed in all the way, much as it can go on the digital zoom. And yeah, that's good definition at 5 meters, obviously. Clearly see quite a bit of the face. Again, would it be facial recognition? Unlikely, but from a person, from a understanding who it is point of view, if it was somebody you knew, you'd recognize them from this kind of image. And you can see the eye test there on the left. You can easily read 4 rows, maybe 5, definitely not 6. So that's it for the Kestrel motorized zoom lens camera.